moment you accept this reality, fully, without flinching, something shifts inside you. You stop being naive. You stop being surprised by betrayal. You stop waiting for a fairness that was never coming. And you start building, cold, calculated, unshakable. This is not darkness for the sake of darkness. This is sight. And sight is the beginning of power. Why most people stay weak. I'm going to say something that will make some of you uncomfortable. Good. Discomfort is the first sign that truth is touching something real. Most people are weak. Not because they lack talent, not because life was unfair to them, not because they never had a chance. They are weak because they chose comfort over transformation. Every single day, in 1,000 small decisions, they chose the easier path, the softer answer, the familiar cage, and they called it living. Here is the mechanism of weakness. Study it carefully. It begins with approval. The weak man builds his entire identity around what others think of him. He edits himself before he even speaks. He shrinks in rooms where he should expand. He performs confidence while privately begging for validation. His entire inner world is held hostage by the opinions of people who don't matter. And because he fears disapproval more than he desires greatness, he never moves, he never decides, he never becomes. Then comes comfort. The weak man mistakes comfort for safety. He stays in the job that slowly kills his ambition. He stays in the relationship that stopped challenging him years ago. He stays in the version of himself that stopped growing at 22. Comfort is not peace. Comfort is stagnation wearing a familiar face. The lion that grows up in a cage doesn't know it's a lion. It eats when fed. It sleeps when allowed. It has forgotten, or perhaps never knew, what it was built to be. Then comes the most dangerous weakness of all: emotion without control. The weak man is a passenger inside his own mind. Anger moves him before thought arrives. Fear paralyzes him before reason speaks. Desire blinds him before strategy forms. He is reactive. And a reactive man is a predictable man. A predictable man is a controllable man. And a controllable man will never sit at the table where real power is decided. Here is what no one tells you about weakness. It is not a condition. It is a habit, repeated daily, reinforced by every excuse, cemented by every moment you chose comfort over confrontation, by every time you said someday instead of now, by every time you let someone talk over you and told yourself it didn't matter. It matters. Every surrender matters. Because power is not built in grand moments. It is built or destroyed in the small ones. The moment you stay silent when you should have spoken. The moment you laughed along when you should have walked away. The moment you dimmed yourself so someone else could feel bright. Those moments are costing you everything. Weakness is a slow death with a comfortable bed. And most men will die in it, without ever knowing what they were truly capable of. But not you. Not after this. Comment right now. Type 1 choose transformation if you're done choosing comfort over power. Because the next section is where everything changes. Mindset of the untouchable man. There is a certain kind of man that walks into a room and the temperature changes. Not because he's loud, not because he demands attention, not because he performs power like a desperate actor on a stage, but because something inside him is settled, immovable. Like bedrock beneath a storm, this is the untouchable man, and his power begins not in his actions, but in the architecture of his mind. Study this carefully, because this is the section most people will watch twice. The first pillar of the untouchable mindset is this: he has decided who he is, not who the world told him to be, not who his family shaped him into, not the identity handed to him by trauma or culture, silence, and he decided, "This is who I am. This is what I stand for. This is what I will never compromise." And once that decision is made with full conviction, other people's opinions become irrelevant noise. Criticism cannot reach him. Flattery cannot manipulate him. Pressure cannot reshape him. Because a man who knows exactly who he is cannot be confused about who he should become. The second pillar, he plays a longer game than everyone in the room. The untouchable man is not thinking about today. He is not even thinking about this month. He is thinking in years, in decades. While ordinary men chase quick wins, fast reactions, and immediate validation, the dangerous king is engineering outcomes that won't fully materialize for years. He is planting seeds in soil others can't even see. He endures short-term discomfort with a coldness that unsettles people around him. Because he knows something they don't, every sacrifice made in silence compounds into power. The third pillar, he controls the frame of every interaction. Most people enter conversations as passengers. They respond to the energy in the room. They mirror the mood of whoever speaks loudest. They allow others to define the terms of engagement. The untouchable man does the opposite. He sets the pace. He controls the silence. He decides when to speak and when to withhold. He walks into negotiations having already decided his position, and nothing in the room will move him from it. Frame control is invisible, but it is absolute. The man who controls the frame of a conversation controls its outcome. The fourth pillar, he treats his mind as his most dangerous weapon. He reads when others consume. He reflects when others react. He studies human nature, not to connect with people sentimentally, but to understand them strategically. He knows what motivates people before they know themselves. He sees the fear beneath the bravado, the insecurity beneath the arrogance, the desperation beneath the performance, and he files it all away, quietly, patiently, without ever revealing that he sees. Because the most dangerous man in any room is not the one who shows everything he knows. It is the one who reveals nothing, while understanding everything. The fifth pillar, and perhaps the most misunderstood, he has made peace with being alone. Not loneliness, solitude. He does not need a crowd to feel significant. He does not need constant connection to feel anchored. His sense of self is internally generated. This makes him immune to one of the oldest tools of manipulation: the withdrawal of belonging. You cannot exile a man who has built his own kingdom within himself. You cannot isolate a man who is already complete in his own presence. This is what makes him truly untouchable. Not armor, not aggression, not dominance performed for an audience, but a mind so deeply rooted in its own foundation that no storm, no betrayal, no loss, no humiliation can uproot it. This is the mindset, this is the architecture, and it is available to any man who is willing to build it brick by brick, in the dark, alone, without applause. Comment below, type "I am the dangerous king" if this is the man you are becoming. Because the next section enters territory most men are afraid to even look at. The power of silence. Let me tell you about the most underestimated weapon in existence. It costs nothing. It requires no physical strength, no wealth, no status, and yet it has toppled kings, ended negotiations, broken the will of powerful men, and commanded rooms without uttering a single syllable. Silence. Not the silence of someone who has nothing to say. The silence of someone who has chosen, deliberately, strategically, to say nothing. There is a difference so vast between those two silences that most people never understand it, and that misunderstanding costs them everything. Here is what silence actually is at its deepest level. Silence is the ultimate display of self-containment. The man who cannot tolerate silence will fill it, every time, with words he didn't plan, with explanations nobody asked for, with justifications that reveal exactly where he is uncertain, with laughter that arrives too quickly, with agreements he doesn't mean. Watch people in uncomfortable silence, and you will see their entire psychology exposed within 30 seconds. The nervous man talks, the insecure man over-explains, the fearful man makes jokes, the guilty man confesses without being questioned. But the dangerous man? He sits in the silence like it was built for him, like he owns it. And in that stillness, he watches, he learns, he collects. Silence is intelligence gathering. Every word a person speaks in your presence is data. Every reaction, every flinch, every over-eager response. It is all information about who they are, what they fear, what they want, and how they can be understood. But you can only collect this intelligence if you are not busy performing. Most men are so consumed with how they are being perceived that they never stop to perceive. They talk to seem interesting. They talk to fill the void. They talk because silence makes them feel invisible. The untouchable man lets others talk. He asks a single precise question, then leans back and listens with the patience of a man who already knows the answer. Because he understands, the person speaking is always revealing more than the person listening. Silence is power in negotiation. This is where it becomes ruthlessly practical. You make your offer, you state your position, and then you stop. You go completely, devastatingly silent, and you let the other person sit inside that silence. Most people cannot endure it. Within seconds, they begin to fill it. They start adjusting their own position. They start offering concessions you never asked for. They start explaining why your offer might actually be reasonable. They negotiate against themselves, simply because you had the discipline to say nothing. Machiavelli understood this. The most dangerous men in history understood this. The boardroom predators understand this. Whoever speaks first in a silence loses. Remember that in every high-stakes conversation you ever have. Silence is psychological warfare. When someone insults you, go silent. When someone tries to provoke you, go silent. When someone attempts to diminish you in public, look at them. Hold the silence for 3 full seconds longer than feels comfortable, and then either respond with one cold, precise sentence, or say nothing at all and simply move on. Both responses are devastating, because you refused to give them what they wanted. Reaction, emotion. Proof that their words reached something inside you. The man who cannot be provoked cannot be controlled. And the man who cannot be controlled is the most frightening thing in any room. Silence rewires how people perceive you. Here is a psychological truth most people are never taught. We assign depth to what we don't fully understand. The man who speaks constantly becomes predictable, known, safe, and safe men are not feared. Safe men are not respected in the deep, almost primal way that power demands. But the man who speaks rarely, whose words arrive with weight because they arrive with scarcity, that man becomes magnetic in a way he never has to manufacture. People wonder what he's thinking. People adjust their behavior in his presence. People work harder to earn his approval, because his approval is not freely given. Mystery is a force multiplier, and silence is the engine of mystery. Learn to love silence, not as an absence, but as a presence, a deliberate, controlled, weaponized presence that communicates. more sophisticated, far more dangerous, and far more difficult to master than simple coldness. Emotional detachment is the ability to feel everything and be controlled by nothing. Read that again. Feel everything. Be controlled by nothing. This is the distinction that separates the strategic man from the merely suppressed man. The suppressed man buries his emotions. He pretends they don't exist. He performs stoicism like a mask nailed over a wound, and because the emotions are still there, unprocessed, unexamined, festering beneath the surface, they leak out in moments of stress, in moments of perceived disrespect, in the tremor of a voice that was supposed to stay steady, in the decision made at midnight that he regrets by morning. Suppression is not strength. Suppression is a pressure cooker with no release valve. Eventually, it destroys the man from the inside. True emotional detachment is different. It begins with a radical act of honesty. You acknowledge the emotion fully. You name it without shame. I am angry. I am afraid. I am hurt. Not performed to anyone else. In the private courtroom of your own mind. You acknowledge it completely, clearly, and then you do something that requires enormous inner discipline. You place it to one side, not forever, not in denial, but temporarily, with the cold precision of a surgeon who feels the weight of the moment, but does not allow that weight to affect the steadiness of his hands, because the operation must be completed, the decision must be made, the move must be executed, and emotion is the enemy of precision. Here is what uncontrolled emotion actually costs you. When you react from anger, you reveal your boundaries to your enemies. Now they know exactly where to press. When you react from fear, you make decisions designed to escape discomfort rather than build power. Those decisions almost always make your position weaker. When you react from desire, you become manipulable by anyone willing to offer you what you want. And there will always be someone willing to exploit that. Emotion without discipline is a map handed to your enemies. It tells them everything. Your triggers, your insecurities, your pressure points, your breaking threshold. The man who can be made angry on command can be made stupid on command. And a stupid man makes mistakes. Mistakes create vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities invite predators. This is not theory. This is the mechanism by which powerful men have been dismantled throughout all of human history. Not by force, by provocation. Now understand the offensive dimension of emotional detachment. When you are emotionally detached in the strategic sense, you become nearly impossible to manipulate. Think about how most manipulation works. It operates through emotional levers. Guilt, fear of loss, desire for approval, the need to be liked, the terror of being alone. These are the handles that manipulators grip. And if those handles exist inside you, unexamined, uncontrolled, someone will find them. Someone always does. But the man who has done the inner work, who has examined every emotional lever within himself, who has reduced his need for external validation to near zero, that man has removed the handles. You cannot manipulate a man who doesn't desperately need anything from you. You cannot guilt a man who has made peace with his decisions. You cannot threaten a man with loss who has already calculated the cost of every outcome. He becomes frictionless, untouchable, not because he feels nothing, but because what he feels does not govern what he does. Study the poker player, not the amateur who came to feel excitement, the professional who came to extract money with mathematical precision. He receives a devastating hand. His face does not change. He receives the hand that could make him rich. intelligence handed to the enemy, so he displays nothing. And in that nothing, he becomes unreadable. Unreadable men are ungovernable men. Now, apply this to your daily life. Your employer delivers news designed to destabilize you. The emotionally detached man listens, nods slowly, says very little, and leaves the room to think with a clarity that panic would have destroyed. Someone you trusted betrays you. The emotionally detached man does not explode, does not beg, does not retaliate immediately in a way that reveals the depth of the wound. He goes quiet, he processes, he decides in cold blood what the appropriate response is, and then he executes it, at a time and place entirely of his own choosing. Revenge served cold is not a cliche. It is a strategic principle. Someone attempts to humiliate you publicly. The emotionally detached man does not flinch, does not redden, does not fire back with the first words that arrive in his throat. He looks at the person with the calm steadiness of someone who has already decided this moment means nothing. And that calm, that absolute, unshakable calm, is more devastating than any comeback he could have delivered. Because it communicates something that words never could. You don't have the power to move me. And that is the most terrifying thing one human being can communicate to another. Emotional detachment is not the absence of passion. The dangerous king feels deeply. He loves with genuine depth. He burns with genuine ambition. He grieves with genuine weight. But none of these emotions sit in the driver's seat. They ride in the back. They inform the journey. They do not control the destination. He remains, always, in every situation, under every pressure, the author of his own responses, never the victim of them. This is what it means to be truly free. Not freedom from emotion, freedom from being enslaved by it. Master this, and you will be one of the rarest men alive. Because in a world that profits from your reaction, the man who does not react on command is a man the world cannot price, cannot predict, cannot control. That man is dangerous in the truest sense. And danger, properly wielded, is the oldest form of respect. Psychological dominance. Psychological dominance is not aggression. It is not intimidation through volume. It is not the loud man at the table demanding to be heard. That is weakness performing as strength. And everyone in the room can feel the difference. True psychological dominance is something quieter, colder, more precise. It is the invisible architecture you build around every interaction that makes people unconsciously adjust themselves to you. Not because you forced them, because you engineered it. Understand this first. Every social interaction has a dominant frame. Someone's reality is winning. Someone's energy is setting the temperature of the room. Someone's presence is pulling others into orbit around it. This happens whether you are aware of it or not. The only question is, whose frame is it? The psychologically dominant man has decided in advance, before he enters any room, that his frame will not be surrendered, not to charm, not to authority, not to aggression, not to social pressure. His reality is the fixed point. Everyone else adjusts. Here is how it is built. It begins with eye contact, not the desperate stare of someone trying to prove something. The relaxed, steady gaze of someone who is entirely comfortable seeing and being seen. Most people break eye contact out of submission. They look away first. They look down. They glance sideways to relieve the internal pressure of being truly seen. The dominant man holds. Calmly. Without aggression. Without challenge. Simply holds. accelerate the interaction to destabilize him. He slows down, deliberately, visibly, as if time itself works for him, because in that moment, it does. Then comes the most sophisticated weapon: controlled unpredictability. The dominant man is never fully readable. He agrees when disagreement is expected. He stays silent when a response is anticipated. He smiles at moments that should provoke seriousness. He is serious at moments designed to invite laughter, not randomly, deliberately, because predictability is the enemy of power. The man others cannot fully read is the man others cannot fully prepare for, and the man others cannot prepare for holds permanent strategic advantage. Finally, he never explains himself unnecessarily. Explanation is a form of seeking approval. It says, "I need you to understand me. I need you to accept my reasoning." The psychologically dominant man makes decisions, states positions, takes actions, and offers no unsolicited justification. His decisions speak. His silence confirms them. His consistency over time becomes the only explanation anyone needs. I do what I do because I have decided to. That is enough. That has always been enough. For the kings, for the predators, for the men who bent history with their bare hands. Psychological dominance is available to you right now, not tomorrow, not after you've built more wealth or status or approval. Right now, in the next conversation you have, in the next room you walk into, in the next moment someone tries to define who you are with their limited perception of you. Hold your frame, control your pace, remain unreadable, explain nothing, and watch how the room reorganizes itself around the stillness of a man who cannot be moved. Strategic patience. Every dangerous king who ever lived shared one quality above all others. Not intelligence, not strength, not ruthlessness, patience. The cold, almost inhuman ability to wait, to hold a position when every instinct screams to move, to watch an opportunity ripen when every impulse demands immediate action, to endure discomfort, obscurity, and stillness, while lesser men exhaust themselves chasing what they cannot yet hold. Here is the truth about timing that most men never grasp. The right move made too early is the wrong move. The lion does not chase. It waits. It watches. It studies the patterns of its prey with a patience that borders on meditative. And when the moment arrives, the precise, undeniable, irreversible moment, it moves with a speed and finality that leaves no room for recovery. This is strategic patience. Not passive waiting. Not fearful hesitation dressed in the language of wisdom. Active, deliberate, calculated stillness. The strategically patient man is never idle while he waits. He is preparing, he is observing, he is strengthening his position so that when the moment arrives, he is ready to capitalize with a completeness that shocks everyone watching. Understand what impatience actually costs you. Impatience forces premature moves. Premature moves reveal your strategy. A revealed strategy loses its power entirely. The man who moves too soon hands his enemy the intelligence needed to counter him. The man who waits moves in darkness. And darkness is where the most decisive victories are prepared. History is littered with brilliant men who destroyed themselves through impatience, who struck before the moment was ready, who demanded results before the foundation could support them, who mistook urgency for momentum. They are forgotten. The patient kings are remembered. Here is your practice. The next time you feel the burning need to react immediately, wait 24 hours. The next time you want to force an outcome, ask yourself if the ground is truly ready. The next time someone tries to pressure you into moving before you are prepared, go still. Go completely, devastatingly still. And let them interpret that stillness however they choose. Because you already know something they don't. The most powerful move is often the one not yet made.